Meet Julia Damassa from Nottingham. 2 years ago, she gave up her job as a drama teacher to start a new career in business. She's in the den today to persuade the Dragons to invest £25,000 for a 20% stake in her company, Storyshapes.
Hello, Dragons. My name is Julia Damassa, and I am the owner of Storyshapes Limited, the company that makes and sells the tools of story shaping and delivers training in the techniques of story shaping. Today, I'm hoping to secure an investment of £25,000 in return for 20% of the company. Story shaping supports children and families in creating stories orally. It's a great way to develop story structure and story language through talk. Now, I'm standing, so what I'm going to do is I'm using the story shaping cube. So the first face is place. And the story shaper asks the question, where would you like your story to take place? So the story takes place in the dragon's den. Time. When does the story happen? Well, the story takes place in the Dragon's Den, and this is a very special day, a once-in-a-lifetime day. Character. Who is the story about? The story is about the story shaper. Question. What is the character's question? Her question is, will the Dragons invest in my business? So then the story shaper, who is the adult who is leading the story shaping activities, we're using the story shapes as a visual tactile prompt, but also to help us remember the story. Now, I incorporated Storyshapes Limited in February 2008, so we're almost at the end of our second year now of trading. The gross profit percentage in year one was 69%, and this year, at the end of year two, we're going to show a gross profit percentage of 91%. We've also won the Nason Award for the Story Shapes, the Story Shaping book, and the Story Shaping CD-ROM with our software on it that actually currently holds the inclusive primary classroom resource through Nason, which is the National Association of Special Educational Needs.
Julia will need to draw on all her storytelling skills if she's to win the Dragons over and get them to part with that much-needed cash. Meyer is keen to find out more about the business.
So Julia, just to understand the shape of your business, there's a product business, there's a training business.
Absolutely.
And is there a third piece, or is it really product and service?
Well, there's a third piece, which you've identified brilliantly, which is that I actually do get paid to go and speak and demonstrate story shaping. So I'm
inside of classroom environments?
Yes, classrooms, conferences, events.
Train the trainer.
Yes.
Train the trainer.
Train the trainer is why I'm here today.
Okay.
That's it exactly.
And what, if you kind of think out 5 years into the future, which piece of the business do you think is going to be the more profitable side?
Absolutely, the licensing and franchising of Train the Trainer.
Okay.
That is, there's profitability built into on a kind of global basis as well, because of course we're working with symbols, so we're not tied to any one language, and signed languages as well.
Can you just talk me through what you would do with the £25,000 investment?
Yes, £10,000 on developing the franchising and licensing of Train the Trainer, so that everybody that isn't then from now on trained in story shaping, they could go and have it, they could set up their own story shapers school. They would sell the products, the tools of story shaping in that school. We would get percentage back every time they either train someone else, or they run their school on a Saturday morning, or they sell one of the products. The other £10,000 will develop Storyshapers.com, an online training facility, a global training facility with downloadables and the e-books.
So that makes 20. So what's the last 5?
The last 5, I'd like to look at bringing Storyshapes, which are the tools, the products we already have out there, direct sales, and Story Shapers. I'd like to look at marketing, bringing them together. and a marketing campaign under the umbrella of Storyshaping, which perhaps involves some rebranding.
It's so far so good for Julia, but the story is far from over. Julie Meyer wants to check out her business credentials.
So this is the first time that you've worked for yourself. Is that fair to say?
It is,
You
yes.
were employed by somebody before?
I was a teacher until I became a mum.
Okay, great. And did you ever have any other business ideas along the way? Is this kind of, when you said earlier, this was my business, I kind of got the sense that this has been bubbling up inside of you for a while, that maybe you had the idea that you would set yourself up
Very
in business?
close to this one, Julie, because it's
Yeah?
my first business, but I know what my second business is going to be. We'll sell this one in 3 years' time.
So you very ambitiously said you were going to sell the business in 3 years' time. How much are you going to sell it for?
Oh, the best price that I can possibly get. I would like it to, if I haven't achieved $1 million for everybody that's helped out, I will feel most disappointed.
Okay, so you're looking to sell the business for £1 million, is that right?
In 3 years' time, yes.
Yeah. And what sort of revenue and profitability do you think you'll have in 3 years' time?
Well, hopefully in excess of that, so that somebody feels they're getting a really good deal.
Now tell me, if we were to work together after 6 months, you'd know a lot about me and I'd know a lot about you. What are some of the things that I would learn about you working with you for 6 months?
I'm a bit of a workaholic and we'd have some late nights. I don't know if you do. I know I shouldn't, but I do sometimes work through the night. I know that might be a hindrance, but I'll make sure, that...
How many hours a week do you work?
Quite a lot, probably between 70 and 80 hours a week.
That's probably pretty normal for an entrepreneur.
Well, it is. And I think if you didn't give your business that amount of time, how can you expect anybody else to do that, really?
Julia is holding her own in the den, but has so far failed to tempt the dragons to part with the £25,000 she needs to expand her business. Shafrazul is keen to speed proceedings along.
Julia, assuming that you needed to raise £20,000 very, very quickly for a huge order, could you raise that money very quickly?
Yes, of course I could.
So why are you standing here asking us for £20,000?
Because it's bigger than me now. It's not just, I want some doors opened.
You want somebody else to take the risk?
No, I don't. It just takes me quite a while to achieve where I want to get to. We're investor ready now. It's time to make this bigger than me, to access global markets that I can't.
What do you mean it takes you a lot of time?
In terms of achieving marketing, if I can get a double-page spread, because I like to work on sort of editorials, which I think are really good, and endorsements.
Do you know, you're just waffling. I mean, I'm asking you a question. Why would it take you a lot of time?
I think just doing things on your own just takes a while to do.
Okay. My understanding of a quality of an entrepreneur is they're dynamic. Would you not describe yourself as dynamic?
I am absolutely dynamic, yes.
You're dynamic, but it takes you ages to do something, yeah?
No, it doesn't take me ages to do something. What it does is I can do things quickly, and then realising the benefits, there's a time that passes.
Shafrazul has launched an all-out attack on the entrepreneur, and she hasn't fared well. The atmosphere has changed in the den, and Julie Meyer has come to a decision.
I love your enthusiasm about this. I'm going to be really straight up and down because I have to be.
Yeah, of course.
Is that I need to be involved with things that just kind of intellectually grab me. It's a sector or a space that I'm interested in. And I don't have children, I'm not a teacher, I don't spend time with young kids. It's not my passion like it is yours. It's just not. I know it's an awkward thing to admit, actually, as a woman even, but I'm just not.
It's fine.
And I kind of wish my mom was here, because this is the kind of thing, she's a teacher like you, and so she just loves this kind of stuff for children. I think just because I don't think I can care enough about this space, and I'm really sorry to say it like that.
Oh, it's all right, don't
I think
worry.
for that reason, Julia, I wish you well, but I'm afraid I'm out.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for your time, for your kind words.
Julia has lost her first dragon and her pitch is looking vulnerable. Her only hopes of investment now lie with Chef Rasool, who seems in no mood for niceties.
Julia, I don't think you actually need an investor.
Oh, I do, Chef. I absolutely do. I'll buy you out if you don't think I need an investor. Anytime you could walk away, give it a try. I need the IT, I need the software. I need Storyshapers.com. This is, sorry, if I could clarify what I said before about the time it takes for things to happen, but the momentum is now in year 3 for the next 3 years, and I would love to have somebody with me on the journey, because it's going to be fast, it's going to be furious, and we've got big targets to achieve. We can achieve them, but there'll be, you know, there's rewards in 3 years' time.
Julia is making a last desperate attempt to bring the multi-millionaire investor on board, but her pleas have so far fallen on deaf ears. She needs to rescue her pitch quickly, or she'll leave the den empty-handed.
Give me 5 reasons why I should invest in you.
Okay. 1, approved already. We've got 91% this year. If that's not an indication in the 2nd year of a business, that's 1 reason. Secondly, there are no creditors to this, and there are no other directors. There's nobody else sharing this business. Thirdly, we've got these major national endorsements and awards. 4th one, I won't keep you up at night, I promise. that won't happen. You won't work through the night with me. That's a 4th reason. Put Julie off. Okay, sorry. Okay, that you know. And 5th, we now got from the moment you enter into Storyshapes Limited. It's not just me, is it? Because we have a bookkeeper, so every day you want to see the figures, they'll be there sitting in your email box every single day.
It's bold, it's passionate, and it's from the heart. But has Julia done enough to persuade Chef Rasool to part with £25,000 for 20% of her company?
Okay, I'm going to make you an offer. Basically, for £25,000, I want you to hear me out before you say no to this, okay? I want 40% of the business, okay? But I really want you to perform. I'm going to put you in touch with one of my team who's going to act as a mentor. And if you perform to the figures that you've mentioned to me, okay, I'll give you 20% of those shares back at the end of the year.
I accept your offer.
Oh, excellent.
Julia's done it. Her impassioned plea won over hard man Chef Rasool. She leaves with the money she came for and an experienced dragon to guide her business to success.
Thank you.
I think she's great, and I have never seen anyone pitch like that before. That was great.
A brilliant pitch.
That was the best.
Hello. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How was that? How was your den experience?
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Like nothing I've ever experienced before. It was incredible.
It looked to us watching as though Julie was the one who was going to invest in you. Chef looked a bit bored, and yet suddenly he's turned it all around and he's the one who's saying, yeah, I like your enthusiasm. Let's work with this and try and make it successful. It's incredible.
Sometimes it takes a bit of time, doesn't it, to reach decisions or to, you know, take the risk, the chance.
You're still taking it in, I can see that.
I am a bit shell-shocked,
Fine.
Dom. I'm sorry for looking,
No, it's fine. It's a good thing. Are you driving now?
Oh, well, I've got a lovely train journey now. So
Have you? That's perfect. Have a little sleep. Lovely. All right. Well, listen. Congratulations. Make your way out of the den, and best of luck for the future.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much. There you go.